What is going on, folks? Hope you're having a great Sunday today. Hope the weekend treated you well, and welcome for your daily dose of Crow and Bitcoin technical analysis. I'm actually thinking of branching out and actually doing a little bit more projects such as Solana, XRP, SWI, projects like that to get a bit more of a taste of maybe what you guys also want to see. I also really do just want to say I appreciate any feedback that you might have for me in the chat, and always let me know if there are projects that you do want me to go ahead and check out, folks. So without further ado, we will jump straight into the stream. We'll stream for at least 30 minutes today, possibly a little bit more depending on sort of how we go. But yeah, guys, this is it. Bitcoin is having a bit of a move today on the charts. We're trying to break that 88k zone again. Look, right now it seems like it's going to be a bit of a coin toss as to whether we can actually go ahead and break that zone there. If we just go in and take a bit of a quick look using TradingView, then we can see here on the 4-hour chart, which is a chart that I like to use quite often when looking at altcoins, we have clearly had a move well and truly above 87,859, which is basically the 50 EMA on the 4-hour chart, which is very powerful. So basically, folks, if we can get a close in the next 1 hour and 9 minutes above 87,858, so if we can close like basically where we are now at 87,900, that's going to be some really good bullish continuation, okay? And that's going to potentially mean that we could push up and test 88,335, which is the next level to really break above, be it a very powerful resistance right here at the 100 EMA for Crow, for BTC. Apologies, we're not on Crow just yet. And if we can break through that, folks, we're going to have a few extension take profit zones, which we can actually bring up in a minute. As a matter of fact, I might bring that up now because we are actually live and in a trade for BTC right now. But if we bring that up, yeah, so as you can see here, the 0.5 take profit zone, there's a good chance that we get a bounce basically off 88.2 and then another big rejection off 88.337. So we're going to need quite a bit of volume to basically get through there. But I'll tell you what, once we can really break comfortably above 88.310, so I'd say like 2 green closes above 88.335, okay? That's when we can start really talking about getting up to this 90k zone for BTC again. Okay, so, and that's the 200 EMA for BTC. We've got a lot of room to the upside to go. Okay, so from here, it'd probably be a pretty nice little trade to get into. We're talking about a 2.44% gain to the upside. And look, as I said just before, I think it's a bit of a coin toss at the moment. Okay, it is a bit of a coin toss. It's going to be tough to get up there. All right, again, next level of beat really is just there, 88,337. And guys, I also just want to let you know, there's a current competition running on Bitunix. Basically, I've got like a little trading team, all right, where if you guys come and trade with me, I know a lot of you guys are signed up already, but even if you are signed up, come and join the trading team because Bitunix have just done their 4th year anniversary. It just opened up yesterday. Registrations are still in place. It's not live yet, so you've still got like about a week to get in or something, okay, possibly even more. But essentially, guys, it's like a $4 million prize pool here made up of like a Tesla, or maybe several Teslas, gold, as we can see here, and USDT. So what's cool, guys, is it doesn't cost anything to get involved in this competition. It's as simple as signing up with my Bitunix team and getting involved, guys. And it's super easy to do it. And you can basically put yourself in the running to win 1,000 Crow every single week and 5,000 Crow every single month. And that's what I give away for you guys, okay? So if you just go ahead and just have a bit of a look here, guys. First link, all you need to do, come over here, get signed up with Bitunix, guys, register, make a deposit of any amount, start trading. That's going to enter you into the competition to win 1,000 Crow every single week. I announce the winner on Friday. Next link there is my Telegram chat, guys. It's going to be a free Telegram group which you can join, okay? And there's a lot of reasons why you want to join that group, because often there's a lot of calls that we make during the day, basically, that we don't see, okay? So for example, this call here was one that Zar actually made on his stream for our first Crowbro stream. I think it was last night. Yeah, I think it was last night. He made a beautiful little trade, a 6.65% long on BTC. Okay, actually it was 2 nights ago. Okay, so that was a lovely little trade there. We give you winning trades here, guys, because the thing is, sometimes we do enter a lot of trades off stream. This was another one here on December 26th, guys, day after Christmas, a 4.9% winning trade that I placed there at a 5x long. Okay. And this is all free, guys. I give like a bit of TA and reasoning here, okay? So this is some reasoning I gave here. On Christmas, guys, I was working. I said we're over the 20 EMA on the 4-hour, but need to break the 50 EMA resistance also at 88,015 to basically push up a little bit higher. I give updates on trades as well, guys. So there's no BS, guys. The main purpose of this basically of this group is to just provide a space where you don't, even if you're not into Crow, it doesn't matter, but there is going to be a little bit of an emphasis on Crow news, Crow technical analysis, Bitcoin technical analysis, but we're also going to be touching on other projects as well as that, guys, okay? And yeah, what can I say? Like, there's a lot of different trades here, okay? A lot of different trades. I'm giving updates, all the losses as well, guys. We took a short there, took a 3.69% loss there. Again, 11.5% BTC gain there. So there's a lot of gains there. You know, I'm doing face updates as well, 2.49% long. We've had a good month, a 5.10% long, guys. We show you where we enter these trades, okay? It's no BS, it's free. And there was a beautiful Crow long, guys, that we hit on 5x, a 27.57% Crow long on the 16th. I think one or two of you might have got into that one, okay? Currently 13 subscribers in there, guys. So make sure, guys, don't mess around. It's that link right there, Telegram link. It's as simple as just clicking the link, join the group, say hi, and just follow on with the trades. I'm not asking for anything else, just that, and like the stream, guys. Yo, Cuba 676, what are the chances to go through? Right now, Cuba, without doing too much intense analysis on it, buddy, first of all, great to have you on the stream. I think it's kind of, look, honestly, I kind of feel as though maybe it's like 45 to 50% maybe we get up, and maybe like 50 to 55% maybe we get a bit of a rejection, okay? If we look historically just here, okay, we have been able to break through a couple times, but we haven't been able to hold, okay? So over here on the 22nd of December, we broke through, all right, and then just got a fat rejection down, okay? We followed it from its actual peak there after that breakthrough, went down as low as 4.6%. That was pretty wild. We went from 90,589 all the way down to 86,417, okay? That's the high point to low point there. Okay, second time we recently broke through, all right, was a fat green 4-hour candle here, which was the day after Christmas, Friday the 26th of December, okay? But from that top move there, we had a big move, all right, up, and almost an even bigger move down, I want to say. It was a 3.24% move, all right, where we essentially went from 89,526 all the way down to 86,623. The only positive thing about this right here is that we did, fortunately, set a higher low, okay? So if we just draw that out there, okay, we'll continue that through. Higher low, okay? So we had that first low, okay, from there, okay, from peak to trough, okay? Peak to trough, that was our first low there. And then again, peak, okay, to trough, second low, all right? We've got a lower high here, a lower high, but we do have a higher low here, okay? So this could be possibly lining up for a bit of a neutral triangle formation, okay? A neutral triangle formation, which basically means at some point, guys, we are basically going to come to a decision point, okay? So even if we were to sort of draw, say, like from this point here, maybe basically say we draw it from that point there, bring that one a little bit more in there like this, okay? So look, it could be something like, we get a move up. Actually, no, sorry, I need to cancel that one, bring that one back, all right? It could be something like, who knows, okay? I'm hoping it's going to be bang, and we just have a breakout to the upside like this. Hoping it's something like that. I wouldn't be surprised, folks, if we do get rejected of this 88,334 line here. That's going to basically follow through and take us there. But from what I can see, unless we get some big changes soon, this is looking like a neutral triangle formation to me. Neutral triangle because on the top, okay, neutral triangle with some slight downward pressure, okay, slight downward pressure, because the reason why is because the percentage difference basically from, I guess, the top here, if we just roughly draw it out to this top here, is about 1.09, okay, to the downside. And if we compare this one just very roughly to this one, we're talking 0.32% there, 0.32%, okay? So we had a bigger move down from this top here to this top here, okay? A bigger move down, and we had a smaller move up, if that makes sense, from this low to this low here. But, you can still possibly count it as like a more of a slightly bearish neutral triangle formation that is coming into play on the 4-hour chart for BTC. So it is slightly bearish. So with that, doing just a bit more analysis on it there, who knows? Maybe it's like 60% we have a breakout down. 60% we have a breakout down, maybe 40% we have a breakout up. Okay, 40% is still good odds to go to the upside. Okay, meaning that if we were to break down, okay, so if this wasn't to happen, okay, we could get instead something like this, where we come up, get rejected, maybe there, maybe bounce down, okay, and then maybe we just say, do you know what, nah, screw this, and possibly, I would like to think hit a double bottom somewhere there. Maybe we come back up there, okay, but it's very realistic that we could still get as low as 86,390. In fact, we could get even lower, to be fair, guys. We could get even lower here. We really could. I personally have buy order set, which I'm going to show you on my Bitunix right here. Where's my account? There it is. So we have a live trade running, which I'm going to show you. And guys, by the way, yeah, as I said, if you want to get involved with these trades, if you want to jump in our Telegram and join in on these trades, they're not financial advice, of course. Of course, I have to say that, guys. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't take any unnecessary risks. But if you want to jump in, you want to play around, learn a bit, get involved in some trades, or you're a trader that already trades and you're doing a lot of volume, then come on in here and trade and get signed up for Bitunix, guys, okay? Because that's what we do. We trade on Bitunix right here. I've got this live BTC trade here, okay? We did enter at 87k. The current price is, as you know, 87,846, and we're currently up nicely on this trade. It's a 5x long for BTC using Bitunix, and we are up $6.66, okay? So not that bad. I've actually got a take profit set, I think, yeah, at 89,499. So I'm letting that one ride a little bit. I'm going to let it ride, okay? So yeah, Bitunix, guys, just a good user interface, okay? So if we go over to the open orders, see what I got in place. I got 3 open orders in place, limit buys, all 5x longs. BTC, we got an 85,450 buy right here, okay? And then we got an 84,500 buy, all right? And then we got a 0.08894 buy for our beloved Crow token right there. So, I'm prepared. I'm prepared for the storm. I'm prepared to weather it because, yes, we do want to see the markets move up. We are sick of the markets being down. We haven't had our altcoin season. We haven't had Bitcoin break 150, 200K. We're already in the market. We don't have more cash to invest. We're holding our spot bags. We've just had enough. We've had enough. We've had all this bullish catalyst going on fundamentally with the government. We've had a lot of crazy stuff happen in 2025. We're in that period now where there is virtually just, what is it, like just a few more days left in the year, for goodness sake. I mean, that's crazy. It's like New Year's Day in like just a few days, right? And, typically we have seen some really bullish movement in the last couple of weeks of December if we go back to previous bull cycles. And right now, quite frankly, we haven't seen. I mean, what is this bullshit? Like, we're down at 87k. But look, what I can say to you guys is, more than anything else, let's just focus on the data. There's no time like the present. If you're not already involved in trading, leverage trading, start educating yourself. And that's why you're going to want to subscribe to this channel. Hit notifications, guys. Me and Zar are focusing on bringing you these daily streams where we are going to be educating you on how to trade, how to get better. Now, look, we're not saying we're perfect because we're not. We make losing trades, but we do make a good little income from trading, from spot holding and things like that. Investing in these projects and just investing really more in just getting educated on how to trade leverage in this market, okay? And there's no better time to understand that because the fact of the matter is, if you're holding your spot bags right now for BTC, Crow, whatever it might be, and you're just watching it go down and you're just holding that spot bag, there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait until prices go back up and then you think, oh, maybe I'll sell my spot bag here. I hold spot bags, okay, I do. But you need to be, if you're in the space and you've got a little bit of extra time, then it's more than worth it to just take a bit of time to understand. Because the thing is, I'm ready, and I know that as annoying as it is to see the Bitcoin come down sub 85k, okay, as annoying as it is, I'm going to get into a 5x long position at 85,450, and there's going to come a time where it does reverse. Perhaps we do get it around 84,000. Say I get bought into these 2 positions, BTC here, BTC here. When that goes back up, okay, to 90k, 100k, that is money. Okay, so if you trade leverage, when you see the price of Bitcoin or whatever your asset is going down, you're licking your lips. You're looking at that going, okay, here's the volatility. Here's an opportunity to make money. Whether you're shorting it, whether you're waiting for a deep retracement, here is an opportunity to make money on the market. You don't get that if you're just holding spot bags. You don't, okay? What you get is an opportunity to buy the dip, but okay, which is, still something. But quite frankly, I know that a lot of you guys are already in the market. You don't have any more cash to buy the dip. Okay, so it's good in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I just think it's good to be diversified. Have your spot bags for the long term. Have your trading portfolio. Understand the benefits of trading leverage. Because unless you're like a multi-million-dollar whale, and if you've just got like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, a few grand, you're never going to make it just holding spot. I'm telling you, unless you take huge gambling risks on stupid meme coins which hit 1 in 100, all right, that's just pure gambling. You might as well just go to the casino and throw it all on roulette, honestly, rather than betting on meme coins, because, you know, you see a lot of it on X, but the reality is 99.9% lose on meme coins. That's just the reality, okay? It's just ridiculous, all right? And that's, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, that's just a lot of how money is being made in a short term in this space. So, you know, don't do the risky thing. Build an education, build a skill, learn how to trade, learn how to use leverage, guys. And Bitunix is the platform to do it, guys. So again, guys, like I said, we're educating you here on this channel. The sole purpose, the primary purpose of this channel right now is for me and Zar to take you through our live trades, okay? Take you through our live trades. All right, I'm doing it right now. It's on screen. There's no BS here, guys. Look, this is our live trade right now. We're in it right now. We're up 5%, okay, on BTC right there. It's a live trade, and I'm going to take you through it, okay? I've told you the stop loss, okay? It's at 87,700, I believe. I brought it up to break even, I believe, okay? So this is risk-free because, yeah, I entered maybe almost 2 days ago now, and the take profit is at 89,499. So that's good. You just have that running there in the side, guys, okay? And, you know, that's what it is, guys. So if you want to come and get involved, because the thing is, guys, to sort of copy our trades and understand the way we trade, all the exchanges are very different. But come along here, get involved in Bitunix, guys. Win that 1,000 crow every week. Win that 5,000 crow every single month, okay? It's super easy to do it, all right? And, guys, I wouldn't be mentioning for you guys to sign up if I didn't truly believe in it. I've been in crypto since 2017. I used every exchange under the sun. Bitunix is the best one, guys. The link to get signed up is right here, okay? Go ahead, get signed up. You can win 6,000 crow every month. I announce the winners on Friday, okay? It's free to sign up and get involved. All you need to do to enter is make a deposit of any amount and do some futures trading, okay? The more volume you do, the more crow you can potentially win. Again, winners announced at the end of the month and on every Friday. And if you want to get in on some extra action, which quite frankly, you're crazy not to do this because it's just free, literally free. If you're someone that's trading already, this is free, guys. You enter the competition for free, and you literally go into the running to win Teslas, gold, and USDT on this giveaway, guys, okay? We don't even have to come first or anything. It's just about ranking in a certain position here. I'm not going to monologue all of the details here for you, okay? The links are here, okay? So this particular link to actually go ahead and join my specific team is going to be that third link. So the first link there is the Bitunix sign up. You do that one first. Second link is the free Telegram chat where we give away the calls, and it's free just during the day, where we gave away that 27.57% crow call on December 16th, plus many other BTC calls as well. And then the third link there is the Bitunix group, guys, where you can come on and actually join the team. And essentially how it works is, guys, you know, depending on where we finish here, okay, so top 2 get 12% of the total prize, top 1 gets 15% of the total prize. But guys, check this out, right? Even if we get top 51 to 199, guys, or even if we get top 200, we still get 10% of the prize. Do you understand this? 10% of the prize, okay? So you can still just come in here for free and win a lot of money if we simply come in the top 200, okay? I've got about 80 people registered signing up in our Bitunix trading team at the moment. So all you guys come over and join up on this temporary registration here for this particular competition, guys. Go ahead and do it. Take a moment because it's free, and you're going to be kicking yourself if you don't get involved in it. Because you bet if we do end up winning some cash, I'm going to be telling you about it on this stream. Okay, so let's get back to the BTC analysis and have a look at what's going on. Any questions, let me know in the chat. But yeah, hope you jump in that Telegram. And if all you can do is drop a like on this stream, comment, get involved in the chat, I'd appreciate that as well, guys. Got 2 likes on it. Come on, guys. Let's get this up to 6 likes. Will you enter any trade now? Cuba 676. Cuba, bro, I will do a bit more analysis. So usually Cuba, in terms of the shorter term trade entries, buddy, I'll make sure that you get on for the streams on Thursdays and Fridays. And again, for anyone else listening, guys, we focus on scalp trading. And if you guys don't know what scalp trading is, we go and trade on the 1, the 3, and the 15-minute chart, where we're essentially trading on the lower time frames. Okay, so looking for lower time frame entries. And our boy Zar, who was basically, he was on the stream 2 nights ago, and he did a great job. He landed a winning trade. I think it was about a 6% win right here, guys. This was the stream right here, guys, 1 day ago. Okay, our boy Zar there, just on the thumbnail. Apologies, his facial expression is a bit, maybe is a bit plain, but maybe that's okay. You know, my expressions are just a bit over the top. I totally get that. So, but that's what it is, guys. So we're focusing now. The plan for the streams right now is every Thursday and Friday. I'm going to be coming on with Zar, but Zar's going to be taking like 90% of the focus. He's going to be given like 90% of the autonomy with the trades, and we're just going to be kind of discussing a little bit back and forth. But he's basically got most of the control on the, and we may actually increase that from 2 days to more if you guys are enjoying it, if you guys are getting involved, if you're getting signed up on Bitunix, if you're coming to trade. And yeah, that's what it is, guys. This is, as far as I'm aware, there's not really any other YouTube channel that's doing these regular motivated streams every day, educating you, whether you're an absolute beginner, a beginner, how to trade leverage and just spot more effectively, okay, as well as, you know, inform stuff about Crow token, Bitcoin. And yeah, we don't only stop there, guys. We're going to be doing like, you know, ETH, Solana, SWI, and we're happy to check out other projects as well. You know, we really are. No worries, Cuba676. Cuba676, I sent you a direct message, buddy. Yeah, no rush, but get back to me in the Telegram group, buddy. I sent you a message. Yeah, check your Telegram, bro. I sent you a message, bro. And yeah, let me know. Are you still in Koh Phangan, bro? Koh Phangan? Or have you moved to another part of Thailand? Or yeah, what's going on, bro? Okay. So yeah, so we're not going to look at ETH right now. We're still going to just focus on BTC. So we spoke about the fact that, look, I think based on the technical analysis right now, at least on the 4-hour chart, there's maybe like, I want to say like at least a 55% chance that we might ultimately break down after perhaps taking a resistance hit here at 88,349. And I do say that again because 88,334, I should say, is the 100 EMA, and it's a very powerful level of resistance, especially considering it is on the 4-hour chart, okay, which does make it quite powerful. So let's actually jump out to the 1-day chart to just have a bit of a look to see if we've got any sort of major resistance ahead for us here on the daily. So on the daily here, we are talking about a couple of things here, okay? So we've got the 0.236 auto fib extension zone set right here, okay, at, where is it at? 88,187, where you can actually see this, guys. Look, this is, you can't make this stuff up, okay? So our last daily wick was basically up to that line, okay? So that's the auto fib extension. That blue line, that red line there is where a lot of people were actually going ahead and taking profit. And we've also got some some downward pressure from bears at 88,454, okay? So that is also, that line there is the 20 EMA so basically the average price of the last 20 days, okay? So there's a lot of pressure there, guys. There's a lot of pressure. So, you know, we got to do a lot of work to try and get above this red line on the daily chart, okay? So, you know, there's a good chance that maybe we get up to 88,400, okay, 88,400. But if I was in a trade now for BTC, I'd probably be looking to take profit at around 88,400, then maybe looking for a bit of a dip from there, a re-entry, and possibly then ride that back up to another breakthrough attempt. Okay, so there's different ways you can play the trade. Okay, there's different ways you can play it. Like right now, for example, where are we at? We're up 5.11% on this trade. Okay, we're up 5.11%. So at the moment, actually, I've actually taken this up to a partial take profit. Yeah. So my stop loss, as you can see right here, hope my DP's not blocking that. Hope you guys can see that. Actually, hang on a minute. Let me just, yeah, that might be better. So see this right here. So my entry was 87,700, but I've set my stop loss at 87,700. Sorry, my entry was 87,000 straight. My stop loss is now 87,700. So, you know, that's at $5.57 profit. So I've locked in a $5.57 profit, which is not bad considering my actual margin, which is my overall initial investment without leverage, is only $150. Okay, that's my margin right there. I've only invested $150 at 5x. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, I can't complain with that. Okay, not even 2 days and we're up 5.14%. That's really what you need to focus on, the percentage gained. Okay, if you were trading, say, if this was like a $10,000 account and you were trading with 10% of your account per trade, you're trading with $1,000, guys. Let's check it out. So, you know, 5% of My quick maths is horrible, guys. I do apologize for that, but just to make sure I get it right, 50 bucks, you know, 5% right there, $1,000 trade, 50 bucks, bang. You're going to take 50 bucks, guys. That's, you know, that's nice. 50 bucks, not even over 2 days, you know, that's just with $1,000 account, say, you're right, assuming you invest the whole thing in that particular one trade, that's 25 bucks a day, all right? That's not bad, all right? 25 bucks a day if you're making those continuous trades. Again, it only works with leverage, all right, with that amount of money. But if we go 25 times 30, all right, we're talking 750 bucks a month extra. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you watching this stream could probably use an extra, you know, an extra 750 per month. But that's the reality, okay? That is the reality of trading leverage. You can make those big gains, okay? So yeah, with this trade here, guys, so, you know, I have decided to move the stop loss into just a nice little profit at $5.57, and I've given it a little bit of room to breathe because I want to, you know, because you never know, like this thing could just break out right here. You know, we could definitely get a breakout. You know, there's still a good chance that we do still get a nice healthy breakout to the upside, okay? It's possible that we could run up to test maybe another potential double top situation up here at 90,500 before rejecting. I think really what we need to do, you know, the major zone to clear right now is this pivot point zone here at 91,180. If we can kind of break through and get through that price, 91,180, that's going to basically mean that we could potentially be off to the races a bit more, okay? But what goes down must come up, guys. I'm telling you right now, BTC has been down for quite some time. So let's head on over to the hourly chart and have a bit of a look, see what the hourly chart is saying for BTC. Okay, let's zoom it right in here. So the hourly chart, to me, looks as though we are having a beautiful little breakout. The hourly chart is actually looking absolutely fantastic, and it's basically because we have broken above an extremely powerful prior resistance, being the 200 EMA, which currently is sitting at 87,861. We're at 87,958, so we are above that. So the big test is, are we going to be able to turn 87,861, which again is the 200 EMA on the 1 hour chart here for BTC, into a hard support zone for BTC? If we can do that, then this hourly chart is going to show a lot of strength in us potentially getting up, testing these new extension zones on the fib. Next one being here, okay, closing above 87,992, so call it 88,000. And then up here at 88,108. Okay, so just basically working our way up through these resistance zones. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, the EMAs are stacked underneath the price on the 1 hourly. So based on this 1 hourly, I want to be staying in this trade. We've had a really good move up here. Okay, we had a really good move up, and I don't see any reason to close this trade right now that we are in. Okay. Also, something really important to understand here, I know it's a bit hard to see, but this little point here where my cursor is, this P, that's 87,796. So that stands for, P stands for point of control for the pivot points. So what the point of control is, it's the area where you've got the most volume for sellers and buyers. So think of it kind of like as the battleground price in this particular example on the 1 hour chart for BTC. You've got a lot of sellers, a lot of buyers just having this battle zone. So you've got the whole war going on between the bulls and the bears, the highs and the lows, and then you've got the real tight battle zone, and that's where it is. So we are winning on the 1 hour chart, the short-term battle zone for BTC. We are clearly, evidently ahead, okay? Analytically ahead. It doesn't matter. This is not about emotions, okay? We don't, you know, we have emotions as human beings. It's silly to say we don't have emotions. Of course we do. Whether you're men, women, whatever, we have emotions, okay? But we don't make our decisions on emotions. We make our decisions on data and logic that the charts show us. And the charts are showing us right now that BTC is looking absolutely fantastic on the 1 hourly chart. And something that I would also like to say about it as well is that look at the steady growth here, okay? Like if we compare this growth here, okay, which wasn't great compared to now, okay? So let's just even just take it from here. So here to this little high here, that was 1.47% in 13 hours, okay? But look at this. Hang on a minute. This is 1.36% in 1 day and 22 hours, okay? So what does it mean? It means it's taken us a lot more hours to move a very similar amount in terms of price percentage appreciation compared to over here. And certainly compared, I got to actually zoom it back out so I can see it. Okay, certainly compared to this ridiculous candle here, which was followed by this ridiculous delayed train track dump, if you like, and also here. Okay, so we had this kind of spike zone here, big short-term increase, big spike zone, this big one here as well. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. These three, boom, boom, boom. It's too much. It's too much too soon. It's too much in a limited amount of time. Okay, the price appreciation. So this is way better growth that we're seeing here. Way better growth all through here. Okay, it's what I'd want to call, more sustainable growth there for BTC. Now, hopefully it continues. Hopefully it does. But all we can say is, anything can change at the drop of a hat. But all we can say is right now, like I said, for BTC, hourly chart's looking fantastic. We've got 40 minutes left in the current hourly candle until the current close. So what are we looking out for right here? Where do we want to think about this in terms of trading right now? Now, there's two ways to enter a trade right here, at least as far as I'm concerned. You can enter on a deep retracement, or you can enter on strength of a breakthrough. Okay. Now, is this valid, or when will it become valid to enter on strength? Okay, what are we looking for here? So let's really zoom it in and have a look. Okay, maybe you're someone like Cuba, 576, moving to Samui tomorrow, fantastic. Do you think we can break through the end of January? Do you believe in 4-year cycle? I think the 4-year cycle is pretty much done. Okay, and that's pretty much firmly based on the business cycle. It doesn't look like it's anywhere near its top. Markets are very manipulated this year. I think Trump has had a big impact on that. It's been great for him, hasn't been great for us, but overall Trump has enabled good policies to come into place, and I don't think we have seen the true fruition of that yet. Unfortunately, that's something that's going to be seen hopefully within the next 2 years. Okay, we have seen a lot of manipulation, which has screwed our spot bags for altcoins. I think Trump did screw up our alt bags. It's as simple as that. Creating let's just be real about it. Let's just focus on the facts. Trump coin followed by Melania. That is what dumped the altcoin market at the start of the year, around March, April time. Can't remember when it was, around that time. And our bags have not recovered since then. That's the fact of the matter. And I know that all of us holding memes, altcoins, etc., we got screwed there, and altcoins didn't recover from that point. Before Trump token, altcoins were doing really well. Some of them were around near all-time highs. So people can say whatever they want, okay? But Trump came out, then Melania came out, the altcoin market crashed, and it just hasn't recovered since. Okay, it's as simple as that. People are fearful to get back in. Do we still get an alt season? Fucked if I know. I hope so. My answer's biased. Am I in? I think so. And the reason why I think so is because I am in the altcoin market still. All right, I do hold alts still, so I must believe. Even if I say I don't believe, you don't look at what people. You can listen to what people say, but in the end, you got to see what people do, because words could just be bullshit. Okay, what do people actually do? And what am I doing? I've still got alts, so it doesn't matter what I say. I believe we're going to have an alt season. Otherwise, I'd be in cash or I'd be in BTC. You right? So focus on people's actions, not their words. That's the moral. I don't hold BTC right now. I have been accumulating since 2017. Sold a big bag between sort of 90 and 100k. Sold all of it, which I'm happy with because I was buying sort of first Bitcoin I bought around 3k, and I bought from 3k all the way up to like, I don't know, 20k. A lot between 3 and 20k, but probably more between 3 and 15k. I bought a lot of BTC. So what do you think of Trust Wallet being hacked? Yeah, I saw that news. I didn't look too deeply into it, but yeah, Trust Wallet being hacked. I mean, how ironic, yeah? Trust Wallet, trust. Look, in the end, guys, you can't trust any wallet. You just can't. You can't trust any wallet. And in terms of security diversification, have a ledger, have MetaMask, keep some funds on exchanges. Keep funds spread out. That's my opinion when it comes to security. Don't even have it all on a ledger. Have funds on a ledger. Have funds on a Bitunix. Have funds on a MetaMask. Have funds on an old phone device, for example, like that you never connect to the internet. Stuff like that. Have a couple ledgers. Don't just have one. Do you know what I mean? Don't diversify your storage. Spread your spread your assets out. Don't have all your assets in one place. That's what I think. That's what I think. And also, like, have a hot wallet. If you're interacting with dodgy pre-sales and doing dodgy shit, we've all done it probably before. Have one wallet that's only for that, and all your other wallets, don't do any dodgy shit. Don't connect it to sites and stuff. Just don't do that. All right. Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, Cuba. I feel bad for people that lost money, but I don't know if they're going to be getting the money back. Haven't really looked into that so much, but yeah, it's a shitty one. It's a pretty shitty one. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, guys, buying on strength. So what are we looking at here for BTC? We're having a bit of a pullback here, not too heavily, but essentially, guys, the way I'd look at this is right here. We managed to only just, right, but this would just ever so slightly just count as a breakthrough close across the 200 EMA, which is powerful. Okay, that's one green candle close above the grey line. Okay, then what happened? We got a second candle close above the grey line. So that's our confirmation. So that's the first signal to basically say, okay, this is a valid point to enter this trade on BTC on strength. Ideally, though, we would have wanted to have entered around here on the retracement to the 200 EMA at around 87,864, which we actually broke through. We got all the way down to 87,821. Okay, so that's not a good sign. The reason why it's not a good sign is because anytime we get a wick that breaks through what we're trying to turn into a new support, that's showing weakness. Okay, it shows weakness. We want to see this candle action here where we opened, we did not even go down at all in terms of wicking through that grey line. We moved up very aggressively and we had a lot of sell pressure from bears, which is to be expected at the 0.786 Fibonacci level here. We had a lot of bearish pressure to the downside, and that's why you've seen this big wick up and then back down. We still got that good close though. All right, so it's still closed. This is still a good close on that last hour. And now you're seeing what seems to be a healthy candle aside from the fact that it did wick down. But again, got bought up because bulls basically really stepped in at this level, 87,798. Okay, so that's a level where bulls stepped in because again, that's the point of control, right? So there's a lot of pressure now. So even if this grey line gets broken, okay, this is really the line to keep an eye on right now. This is really the most powerful, important line that we've got to focus on. We've got two of them, it is the grey line, but if we lose the grey line, it's like, that sucks, but we can't lose this yellow line too, because if we use that, sorry, more like an orange line, isn't it? It's orange. Because if we lose that, then we start looking at losing the EMAs again, and then we start trading under the EMAs, and then it's just back to bearish on the 1 hour chart for BTC, because right now, for BTC on the 1 hour, we're bullish. The data is bullish. Okay, so guys, if you just joined the stream, appreciate you got 5 people in here. Please make sure you do like the stream if you like Crow and Bitcoin analysis. And guys, if you want to follow along with our trades on Bitunix and win 6,000 Crow every single month and 1,000 Crow every single week, yeah, I do give it away, guys. All you need to do to enter, it's really simple. You need to go over here to my chat, go to the pinned chat, comment right there. Okay, it's right here. All right. Start trading on Bitunix, click that link, sign up, make a deposit of any amount, and start trading on futures, and you automatically get entered into the competition to win 1,000 Crow, which is currently valued at $100 every single week. I announce the winners on Friday. No KYC, no VPN. Very good, guys. Okay, best exchange for Americans, in my opinion. And if you want to win that 5,000 Crow, which is $500 every month, guys, if you're already doing trading anyway, then come along and trade on Bitunix, guys, because if you're doing high volume, you can win Rolexes, you can win up to 100K USD in rewards from Bitunix itself, and also, more importantly, you can enter into this competition that we currently have going on. Not the bonus. Where's the competition here? Okay, they're giving away they're doing a 4 million USD prize pool, giving away gold, Teslas, and USDT, and it's absolutely 100% free to join. All you need to do is, first of all, sign up to Bitunix with the link, deposit, start trading on futures, do as much volume as you possibly can, and make sure before you start doing the trades, jump into this third link right here. This is going to be our trading team here at Bitunix. And also, while you're there, jump in the Telegram as well. All right, the free Telegram where we give out mad calls. All right, We give out some really nice calls here, guys. Big calls on BTC, big wins using leverage, big wins using Crow, all that good stuff, okay? We bring you the daily updates because we don't always get trades. We don't always get entries on streams. A lot of our entries do come during the day. So that's why it's very important to come get involved in Telegram, guys. No strings attached. It's 100% free, okay? Might be changing that in the future. But again, guys, the link to come on and get involved in the Telegram, it's right there. It's a second chat. First chat is the Bitunix sign up. Come get signed up, deposit, start trading, try and do as much volume as you can to win that Crow, and then join my Bitunix team to get exposure to that $4 million of rewards, guys. It's just insane giveaways that they're doing, and they're quite regular. So our trade is just prodding along there. We're still up 5%, just over 5% on our BTC trade right now. We've had that open just shy of 2 days. And yeah, what I love about trading is no better feeling than just moving your stop loss into profit. Okay, so we've moved our stop loss into profit, and what I'd probably do here is, like, if this moved, for example, say up to, like, I don't know, a 7% gain, I would move my stop loss up and I'd trail it. I'd move it up a little bit closer, you know. But for now, we're good. Okay, I don't want to move it up too tight underneath because I want to still give the trade for BTC a bit of room to breathe to the downside. I don't want to get wicked out too early, like by one of these wicks. See, if I had moved it to 87,800, for example, I would have got wicked out and potentially missed a move to the upside. But equally, you know, I don't want to, if this market reverses too much, I don't want to just like lose all the gains that I've had from the last 2 days. I want to at least walk away with something off of that $150 5x trade. Okay, so we might even look at opening up a shorter term trade on Crow or something. We'll have a bit of a look, guys. We'll have a bit of a look, but we'll finish analyzing Bitcoin first. Appreciate all of you being in the stream. What about opening long on Crow now, looking on 1 to 4 hour chart? I'm going to get to it. We're going to have a bit of a look at it in just a minute, Cuba, my boy. I know you're keen to get in the market, brother, but remember, patience is the key when it comes to trading, okay? If you're feeling like rushed getting into a trade, if you're looking at the market going, oh shit, I'm out, I've got to get in, I've got to quickly rush in, I'm telling you, it's probably not a good time to get in. That is like one of the biggest lessons I've learned from trading, especially on leverage, because you will get liquidated quicker. You can make that profit quicker. You gotta take a breath, take a moment, and be patient. And just understand that it's okay if you miss the trade. It's okay because there's always going to be, so long as there's volatility in the market, there's always going to be another way. There's always going to be another opportunity to enter the trade. And that's what's so good about trading leverage. You don't need to worry. It doesn't matter if the market's going down. It doesn't matter if the market's going up. Okay? Spot bags, they don't matter. All that matters if you're a leverage trader is that you want volatility in the market. And that's what we've been having over the last 24 hours. So don't worry, Cuba. We're going to take a look at Crow pretty soon. So yeah, I'll finish off just by saying on the 1 hour chart here for BTC, like I said already a few times, it's still looking okay. All right, what do we got? We've got 27 minutes left in the hourly close. What we want to see here for Crow is this candle to close here, basically. We want this candle to close around 87,800, not lower, actually. No, higher than that, actually. We really want it to close 87. We want it to close above 87,860, just straight up, okay? We want it to close above the grey line. If we can get it close above the grey line, that would be like a third candle close above the grey line, and then you'd be looking to potentially set a limit order buy on the dip and the retest of the grey line again, which is very likely going to be at 87,863. Okay, so that's where it would be. Okay, so guys, if you want to join our trades live, if you want to get involved, guys, we use Bitunix, guys. So to copy the spreads, to copy the liquidity, and to copy the user interface, and to get in at the right arbitrage prices, guys, yeah, you need to be using Bitunix. If you're using other exchanges like Binance or like MEXC or something to try and like follow along with these trades, it's not going to work. You're going to be getting in at different prices. It ain't going to work, okay? So to win 1,000 Crow, win 5,000 Crow, total of 6,000 potential Crow every single month, go on over, pinned comment right there at the top, get signed up for Bitunix, deposit your cash, start trading and doing as much volume as you can, win Rolexes, win Teslas, get involved in the competition, all that good stuff. All right, so we're going to jump down to the 15-minute chart, have a bit of a look-see here. So the 15-minute chart here it's holding. We're having a bit of a dip here. What we do not want to see is a close below the red line, which is 87,869. We're heading towards that now. Nothing wrong. This is technically sound with what's happening right here on Bitcoin, okay? Nothing wrong with this at all. In fact, this is looking like a very good potential spot. Bang, right here is where I'd possibly buy. Okay, it's risky though, because we're still buying with this. It would be risky because there's still 10 minutes left, but if you were entering in like ultra aggressive, you could enter in here for a BTC long right here, because based on the trend on this 15-minute chart, it's bullish, and we could be looking at a move. Well, I mean, we should be looking at a move up from here, essentially. Now, I myself, I'm already in the trade. Okay, I'm already in the trades for BTC. We're going to look at Crow soon, but you know that's how I would basically assess this one right here. Okay. Okay. So we're dipping. We're breaking a little bit through the red line now. See how we're breaking a bit below that, starting to show a bit of weakness. Showed a bit of weakness here as well. A couple candles ago, broke down, almost sort of touched that 50 EMA there at 87,800. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Because if this does close right now in the next, see it's dipping a bit more now, so we're having a bit of a move down. If we do close in 9 minutes below, that could be the start of a bit of a, at least a short-term reversal, in which case our trade would probably get stopped out at 87,700, which I'd be happy to take it at that point, to be fair. I'd be happy to take it at that point. So as you can see, we're back down to 4.68. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna get a bit tight here. So we're still up $7 on the trade. So this is a good example to show you guys. You know, this is a situation whereby this is tempting to flash close this here at a 4.77% gain based on what is happening on the 15-minute chart. Because I'm actively looking at this trade right now on Bitunix, right? I'm looking at this 15-minute going, okay, what's going to happen with this 15-minute candle right here? As you can see, we have been bought up. See that? So right now, we did get a bit of a wick through, same as what we got here, but not as deep. Could be normal. Okay, could be normal. It will be no surprise at all if from here, if we close above 87,868 in 8 minutes and 24 seconds, we get a move back up to like the 87,961 region. Okay, so about $100 wiped off the price within this 15-minute candle. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. In the meantime, let's go around and have a look at Crow. Cuba wants to know a little bit about Crow. Looking like we're retesting the EMAs. We're not above the 200. So, I mean, look, the daily for Crow is just same old story, right? Same old story, I'm guessing. We've had a couple of really nice green days for Crow, but we are nowhere near this first resistance point to get out of the downtrend on the daily, which is at 009647, okay? So Crow needs to get above this red line to turn the daily around. Again, we had an attempt here, 1, 2 green days, then we had a lot of red, okay? 1, 2 green days. What's going to happen? We're going to get some more red. We're going to break through. It's the same old story on the daily, okay? The daily is bearish for Crow. Same with the weekly. Now let's go on the 4-hour, okay? Let's have a look and see what's going on the 4-hour. Now the 4-hour, it's between EMAs right here. Okay, we are between EMAs. We're finding some support off of 009312, which is the 20 EMA, but we're finding some resistance off of 009390, being the 50. So we're like between here. So it's pretty hard to take a trade based off the 4-hour right now. It's pretty tricky, in my opinion. Okay. It's quite tricky, you know, because we're kind of in the between zone. There's no valid entry on strength for Crow here, and there isn't a valid entry on deep retracement. Okay, now if I was looking to enter this on a deep retracement, for example, I'd want to pull back at least to here, at least to 009203. Okay, I'm telling you, if I was going to enter this on a deep retracement, I would not want to enter any sooner. I wouldn't want to enter any sooner than a 1.46% move to the downside. Okay, my buy order is lower than that right now. Okay, I wouldn't want to enter any sooner than that based on deep retracement. And just theoretically speaking, it's always better risk to reward setup to enter in on a deep retracement than it is to enter on strength. but the downside on entering on deep retracement is that usually you can go in on fewer trades, whereas if you're entering on strength and you learn how to get it right, it's worse risk to reward ratio, but generally speaking, you're opening yourself up to being able to not only enter on deep retracements, but to also enter on strength. And that's where it really depends on what your trading strategy is. If I've had a good month trading, I'm up a lot for the month, then, you know, like for me, I'm always entering deep retracements if they're there. I've always got buy orders set looking, okay, where's the market? Like, where's a really big pullback where the market's going to come? I've always got buy orders set there to snap up, you know, whatever the asset is, okay, at those cheap prices. Now, if I've had a good month doing that, which this month I have, I've had a good month, so I take a few extra risks entering in on strength, which are theoretically the riskier trades, and I'm happy to take a few more blows. I'm happy to take a few to give a few, okay, as you might say in the UFC or MMA, which I love, by the way. If there's any UFC fans, MMA fans here, let us know in the chat. It's been a pretty crazy year for UFC. So yeah, entering here based on deep retracement is not valid right now. Okay, I'm not entering any sooner than 1.46% dip to the downside, and that's because we've seen a lot of support and a potential reversal zone around here. You can see we've had 1, 2, 3, all these candles. This whole, you know, this whole sort of area right here has created a bit of a support zone. Okay, so we could see a nice little bounce if the price were to get there, which it may not. It may not get there. But if it did, there's a good chance we might see a bit of a bounce. And it would also mean that we'd have the stop loss set a bit looser. You know, we might have the stop loss set right down here. Okay, so that we could take even a bit more of a knock to the downside and still take a nice little win to the upside. And obviously, like, it wasn't obvious already, if your strategy is, you know, similar to mine, you're always looking on those deep retracement entries, then when that moves back to the upside, especially with 5x or more leverage, you're getting beautiful, nice moves to the upside. Because, you know, sorry to state the obvious, but the longer that something is coming down in the market, the closer it is to having a reversal. Okay? What goes down must come up. What goes up must come down. That's just the market. And the sooner you understand that about the market, the easier it is going to be for you to make money off trading leverage. Okay? So yeah, like I said, Cuba or anyone else that's interested in entering a crow trade right now, look, at least based on the 4 hour, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Not on the 4 hour, maybe on like, if ZAR was on here and we were focusing on scalping on like 1 to 3 minute time frames, which again, Thursdays and Fridays, guys, we do shorter term trading, shorter time frame trading, 1 to 3 minute chart, 15-minute chart. We do that currently on Thursdays and Fridays. Okay, so don't miss those. The way not to miss it is like, subscribe, and hit notification bells. Get signed up for Bitunix to prepare. Okay, come on with some funds and just have a bit of fun, guys. We try to do a lot of trading on there. Okay, you missed out maybe on this session here. It was a great session. He landed a really good winning trade. Only did 1 trade for the stream, but that's okay, guys. Ended up being like a 5% win. We posted it in the Telegram, guys. We posted it in the Telegram right here. Okay, the winning trade was this one, 6.65% winning trade. So this was the trade. Okay, I've said it here. Zarino Crypto, great work on the first Crowbro stream and hitting a solid 6.65% trade. Make sure you're signed up to Bitunix and join our weekly stream so you don't miss the next one. Okay, so that's what it is, guys. If you were watching that stream, if you had notifications on, if you're watching that stream, you would have been able to get in on that 6.65% winning trade. Okay, so the bottom line is that, yeah, if you are, if you're not involved in the Telegram group yet, guys, go into the chat, scroll right up to the top. This is the Telegram group link right here, okay? Just scroll to the top of the chat, jump in the Telegram right there. It's free, okay? I want to see you in there, getting involved, get signed up to Bitunix, deposit, start trading as much volume as you can, and win potentially 6,000 Crow every month. Winners announced at the end of the week and at the end of the month. And also, make sure you go ahead and join in our competition, guys, for the 4 million Crow. So again, guys, let's move down on the Crow to the 1 hour chart and have a look what's going on 1 hour, shall we? We've been streaming for 53 minutes. We'll take this stream slightly longer, maybe to an hour. Might cap it there, guys. But really appreciate everyone being in the stream. The 1 hour is looking pretty similar to the 4 hour. Again, this is not where I'd want to be entering. Definitely not in terms of deep retracement. And, it's not where I'd want to be entering on strength either. I'd want to see how it just hasn't been able to get above 0.09388. It keeps getting rejected off this 200 EMA. So I'm not liking it for an entry right now, Crow. It's not looking like an entry for me right now. It's not. If anything, it's looking like a short right now. If you feel like you want a short, Crow's looking, if I had to take a trade here, it would be a short. It wouldn't be a long. Okay? It wouldn't be a long. The spot where I would take the short, if I was going to take the short, I'd probably wait till about 0.09383, somewhere just, it would be like another underside retest of the grey zone, the grey line, sorry, the 200 EMA, and maybe we take a dip down through the EMAs, and that's the breakdown that might coincide with BTC returning to like 87k. All right. So it's not, for me, it's not looking like a long entry for Crow yet. It's looking like a short if I had to take it. And if we look at the 15-minute chart for Crow, we have just broken down, and yeah, we've just broken down through the 50 EMA, and we're looking to find support on this R1 resistance here, which is good that we're above the R1 resistance, to be fair, and well above the point of control. So Crow had a really good move just a couple days ago, or whenever that was, on the 28th. So yeah, still today. But right now we are having a dip. We had a bit of a reverse cup and handle formation here, where that would have, if that would have played out, technically that could have been an indication, bang, to kind of go up to the upside, but we didn't quite get that. The only, I mean, there could be an argument made to go long here for Crow, actually. If we treat that as a potential shorter term double bottom, considering we're comfortably above the R1 resistance, the 200 EMA plus the 100 EMA, that's pretty powerful. I have to say that looking at this 15-minute chart now, there's a chance that there could be a 0.61% move like that. It's possible. But only looking at it on the 15-minute chart. The 1 hour, 4 hour, nah, couldn't really see it there. It'd be a high risk entry. High risk entry. High risk. BTC 15-minute. Look at that, beautiful. Nice opening there. BTC's kind of back in town, almost back at 87.9. So yeah, the 15-minute chart for BTC is looking really comfortable right now. It's looking like it's in a really good spot, and we might see some movement to the upside. And for Crow, do you know what? We might look at entering a potential Crow long here, just for fun with a small amount. But I don't know. What do I have? Do I have any funds available? Ah, yeah, I got a little bit of funds available. If I go say, alright. Do you know what? Let's go. 1,000 Crow, we're in. Alright guys, so we entered a Crow long, even after all of that. I said I'm not going long. But I want you guys to understand, right, this Crow long trade is a higher risk entry right now. But as I was saying, like similar to what I was saying at the early part of the stream, I'm okay taking a few high risk plays because I've had a good month this month, alright? So right now, I should have really set a stop loss up right away, okay? But right now, I'm probably going to look at setting a stop loss. I'm going to look at the price, the hit, if we set it up. We take that off. We take the auto fib extension off, and we put the retracement on. The retracement is the lines where people are basically going to buy more. So if I set it at 9275, how's that going to go? 009275. 009275. What, only a 50? Oh, maybe I might. Oh, we might not have got the margin. Ah, we did the wrong margin, dude. We did the wrong margin. It's kind of annoying. We didn't actually get in with anything. Did I miss the move? Ooh, no. Okay, actually, it might be a better entry. It's probably a good thing we missed it. Okay. Can we go in with? Can we go in with that. Alright, that's better. Alright, now we're in with, wait. 55 crow. Margin. Margin's only 55. Yeah, we might want to add a bit more. What do we say for our stop loss? 9272. $1.60 loss. And if we set 38 cents, imagine that. Alright, so that's cool. Actually, I'm going to set the stop loss lower. I want to keep this, I want to give this room to breathe, right? So I'm going to set the stop loss way down here I'm going to set it underneath this support, as a matter of fact. I'm going to give this a lot of room to breathe. Okay, so we're going to set it right down at 9170. It looks like a long way down, but it's not, because we're on the 15-minute chart. So we change that to 9170, and that'll be like almost a $5 loss. And if we get to 38 cents, then that's an $845 win. So there it is, guys. Bang. We're in a crow long. In a long. So yeah, after looking at the 15-minute chart and where we were, I decided to take a high risk entry and just go, do you know what? Let's go long. Let's check this out. Let's see how we go. So we've got two trades now, guys, running side by side, BTC and Crow. So yeah, guys, you know, if you wanted to follow along with this trade, again, you already know what you need to do, right? To get the exact entries, the exact stop losses, take profits, to get the accurate spreads and the correct, you know, the correct levels there. This exact same TA, the same price. You gotta sign up and trade on Bitunix, guys. Don't try and waste your time copying us on different exchanges, because you're not going to get accurate entries. You're not going to get the same thing, right? So if you're looking to copy us on here, it's not financial advice, but if you are going to be copying along, do it on Bitunix, guys. Just for fun, I'm on long. Yeah, man. Look, no, this is valid. This is valid for a long entry now on Crow. This is a valid entry. Okay. I've set my stop loss pretty wide. I've set it right down here in this zone. Okay, so this is a pretty valid entry. We'll go down to 3-minute chart. This is what Zar normally does, right? He works on the 3-minute charts here. Okay. So 3-minute chart. What we really want to see is a push up above the EMA clusters right here. Okay, if we can get up above there, then yeah, we start looking pretty juicy, all right? Even if we go down to the 1 minute. So the 1-minute chart on Crow right now is having a really solid move to the upside. Really solid move to the upside. So guys, if you just joined the stream, we did just enter a Crow long right here using exchange partner Bitunix, of course, guys. If you want to follow along the trades, if you want to win 1,000 Crow every single week, 5,000 Crow every single month, winner gets announced on Friday. All you need to do to enter, it's super easy, is come on, go to the pinned chat comment right here. It's the Bitunix sign up link. Join our team. Sign up. No KYC, no VPN. Okay, keep your trades private. Deposit your money and do as much trading as you possibly can to win those weekly and monthly prizes. No worries, Cuba. Nice, bro. And yeah, get back to my message on Telegram, brother. And also, guys, jump in the free Telegram. That's the second chat down from the top chat there. Okay. So we are going to wrap up the stream pretty soon, guys. I do appreciate everyone in. We've had pretty good average view tonight. 12 minutes, 21 views for an hour. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Happy with how the stream has been. And yeah, just to follow along with this trade, getting a big fat red candle now. But to follow along with this trade, guys, come jump in the Telegram. Okay. BDC having a bit of a dump here as well on the 15-minute. Big old dump down to 87.842. In fact, we might just about get wicked out of this one on our stop loss, which would still give us a win. How are we at? We're at $6.79 on this one here. I'm really kind of tempted to close this trade on BTC just because we're already up almost 5%. It would be a bit of a shame to take the hit on that, but we get out at 550. I'll let it run. I'll let it run. I'll happily get out at 550. That's okay. If it wants to come down and stop me out, that's okay. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. We'll see you in tomorrow's stream on Monday, I think it's going to be. So appreciate you all. Smash the likes. And yeah, don't forget to get signed up to Bitunix, guys, to win 6,000 Crow every single month. Catch you next time. Beautiful.